Hi guys, today I'm playing some Planet Zoo. I got this game about a week ago, but I've just been going crazy with building and decorating, and that is just my jam. So I've started and not finished several zoos already. Um, and this time I'm really playing around. I've been watching some creators on YouTube making their own kind of custom buildings and playing around with rock work. So I thought that maybe I would give it a shot and see kind of what I could come up with. I typically don't plan out my whole zoo in the beginning. I just kind of go in and see where the landscape takes me. My last couple zoos, I also played with a flat terrain, so that is different for me too. Um, I'm playing in a tropical biome in the Asian continent, and I'm trying my best to stick with animals that are from that same continent. Um, so, right now, I'm actually building a lemur house, or trying to. I'm kind of playing around with an elevated, hard shelter situation, giving them a little tree house instead of just going for the basic shelters that I always use. So I'm not going to be talking too much. I will kind of, come in when there's something interesting to say or kind of talk about what I'm doing. But for the most part, I'm just going to let you guys enjoy the crafting of it all. Um, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Up in the front here of my zoo, kind of the first habitat that guests see as they come in, I have this little, I guess it's a double habitat. So we have some aardvarks and some meerkats in here. And again, I kind of played around with the custom structure, something a little more like with an elevation, like a double layered little house. And on the side of it is some two-way glass. I kind of have been using barriers for more than just the enclosure of the habitat, and that's been kind of a game changer for me, honestly. So I was able to kind of make a little mini barrier of that glass here in between those window pieces. And so guests can look in and see our little critters sleeping, but they won't get stressed out by having too many prying eyes. Oop, it looks like I'm probably going to have to go back in and kind of adjust that glass. As you can see, the height is a little bit off. We need to cover up those little corners kind of peeking out. As you can see, I kind of had to pause my nature adding for my lemur house for a second to deal with some issues going on with the meerkats. I hadn't realized that while I put one-way glass on the pathway side of their little sleeping habitat, I left these front-facing windows totally open, so they feel stressed. They feel like there's too many eyes watching them, which I get. I wouldn't want anyone else watching me sleep either. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that before I get back to finishing this lemur house. I'm still, as I said at the beginning of the video, I just got this game about a week ago, so I'm still trying to kind of learn all of these construction pieces. There's a lot of different options, and so I'm trying to get a little bit more adventurous and try them out to just make things a little bit prettier. For some reason, it was taking these little guys, the little babies, a while for their stress to get back to a good level, I guess. It feels weird that stress being at 100 is a good thing, but that's fine. Yeah, I was just really confused. I had fixed the issue, but they were still stressed for the longest time. And I don't really know what fixed it, but eventually they got back to normal, so I suppose that all worked out. And we are back to the lemur house to finish up those last little touches that I think just make habitats really great. All the nature, all the toys, and of course you can't forget the donation bins. Even though in sandbox mode, money really doesn't matter, so I guess it's not the biggest deal to make sure you get those everywhere like it would be in franchise mode. I also thought it might be nice to, give our little lemur guys a friend, since lemurs seem to have quite a few animals that they're able to cohabitate with. So I figure might as well, right? So, when I was building this and when I was playing, I did not plan on making a video out of it. And so I didn't really do a final tour. And there's a little bit of decorating I ended up doing kind of after I went along and did some other stuff. So I kind of went back in and recorded a little bit of a tour with some of our new additions. So I kept running out of space or getting a notification that I was running out of space. Apparently, they were just getting stuck in the pond, but I ended up making a third little shelter. And I added just a little homey touches, a few little decorations and props that they can play with. So, yeah. I had a little bit of a struggle at first trying to make sure that these upper shelters were like accessible. But I definitely got the hang of it, and they're able to get up there, as you can see, which is really cool. I think when the next video, I'm gonna do a little bit of a tour of what else I got going on so far, because I've built a few other habitats and a building, and I'm messing around a little bit with some of those rides. I know they can be kind of tricky. So hopefully you join me for the next one. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.